Dear colleagues, this is a white non-intumescent hypermature cataract. I have taken up this case for surgery. Let us watch the surgical steps. This is the main incision. It's a 2.8 millimeter incision. Now one side port is being made on the left side of the main incision, about 2.5 clock hours away. And now I am going to stain the anterior capsule underneath this air bubble. Beneath this air bubble, trypan blue dye 0.06% is sprayed evenly. When the dye is not diluted by aqueous humor, staining becomes very fast, almost instantaneous. Just we have to spread the dye on all areas of the capsule. Immediately the dye is washed out. Then viscoelastic substance is injected into the anterior chamber. And now I am going to do capsulorhexis. 26 gauge bent needle is introduced through the main incision. The anterior capsule is incised and a capsular tag is raised. I hold this tag with a Utrata forceps. Go anticlockwise. I try to remain at equal distance all around from the margin of the dilated pupil, and thus I managed to achieve a fairly round rhexis. So the pupil itself acts as my rhexis marker. And now this is a little bit of hydrodissection. You can see a layer of white material. This is the indication that the cataract is long standing. I don't know whether it went into phacolysis and then it has dried up or not. And now I am going to introduce the tip of the phaco handpiece into the anterior chamber. What I should have done at this stage is remove this white flaky material first so that I can judge the depth, but I was too superficial, and this attempt to chop the nucleus didn't work. So I go again to a deeper plane and I have managed to get a crack. Now I rotate it 180 degree. We can see that the cataract, the nucleus is hard brown one, almost like a stone, but it is cracking nicely. This is the larger part. The nucleus has divided into two parts. This is the larger part. I am subdividing this part into smaller fragments. Yes, I have managed to divide it into two fragments, and this fragment is again being chopped into two pieces. And now I rotate the nucleus and this part is being chopped again. Yes, there are some free nuclear fragments, and now I'm going to emulsify these nuclear fragments and remove this. Phaco power is very high in this case, 80%. This is Ophthal Cataract 3 phaco machine. Flow rate is 45 ml per minute and vacuum is 450 millimeter of mercury. And see how beautifully it is getting emulsified at 80% energy. This is a very hard nucleus, but it is getting emulsified very nicely, almost like Ophthal technology of Alcon. But it's a very small machine, very economic machine, Ophthal Cataract 3. No financial interest, but I'm very happy with this machine. Hold is very good. There is no wound burn. The main wound remains very clear. Now there are some cortical matter, little bit. So some viscoelastic substance has been injected, and I'm using this 23 gauge Simcoe cannula to remove this cortical matter. To remove the subincisional cortex, I'm going through the left side port, and I have managed to remove the cortex. Now I inject some viscoelastic substance and implant a foldable intraocular lens. This is a hydrophilic acrylic foldable lens, and I am placing the lens in the capsular bag. Yes. So this has been a very satisfying surgery, because the capsule could have been very weak, zonule could have been very weak, but everything was okay. The nucleus was very hard, but I could manage it with high energy. The emulsification was done in continuous mode. Yes, not pulse mode, in continuous mode. I apply energy only when I need to emulsify some nuclear material, and I give rest to the tip quite frequently. Thus I managed to do the surgeries reasonably fast. I am removing the viscoelastic substance and the case is done. Little bit of moxifloxacin is injected into the anterior chamber and the side ports are hydrated. The side ports are hydrated and these wounds are made watertight. And then a final lavage of the anterior chamber is done and the case is concluded. Hope this video will help you in developing your surgical skills. Thank you very much for your attention. See how the anterior chamber is being formed.